Joe Kennedy was great. I thought Kamala Harris was great. I think Cory Booker was great on our network. What did you make of the overall Democratic response tonight?
Well, I'll speak to Joe's in particular. Joe and I were elected at the same time, so we're classmates. I have a great deal of respect for him. What I like about what he had to say to the American public is he didn't take Trump on, you know, a head-to-head type of thing. He talked about the Democrats' view of America, the hopefulness of what we can accomplish if we work together, maybe setting the table a little bit for, okay, America, if you can get behind us as Democrats and we, for instance, win back the House in November, here's what we have to give. We have this hopefulness. And I very much liked his approach. I thought it was a different way of offering a rebuttal. It wasn't just this head-on.
It came across as well as it should have. But I do think that that is a way. Well, tell me, you're the politician. The Democrats have got to find a way to start talking to people who don't go to college. People may not really want to go to college in some cases. They want to learn how to do something well. They want to know how to make a good living at something they're good at. Technical, you know, electrician, that kind of thing. Anything, any kind of crafts person. And I got the sense that he was trying to talk to those people tonight by choosing the Fall River, a city with challenges, obviously, an old industrial area that it's not as what it used to be in many ways. And he's out there saying, you know what, we got to make it work up here. We got to make this thing work, Fall River.
Yeah, and I appreciate that approach and that attempt, but now it gets down to the rubber hitting the road. We as Democrats need to make sure we're not just talking at a vocational school with a vehicle in the background, but we got to show up. We got to listen to people. We have to go to the factory floor. We have to go to the supermarket. You and I have talked about that many times.
I completely. Well, let's sing that song again. If the Democrats are going to get Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, and Florida, and all those other tough states, they better start talking to regular people and stop listening to their donor class who have their own interests. I'm sorry to offend, but the people that have a lot of money have different interests than the average working person. They have different interests.
You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We need to go to the pancake breakfast that the volunteer firefighters are putting on, or what the Catholic Church during Lent, and go to the fish fry. My favorite thing to do when I go home is not to go to just Democratic functions and listen to people who are saying what I know they're going to say, but to talk to everyday people, ask them about their struggles. Were they able to go on vacation to Wisconsin Dells in the past year? When was the last time they bought a new truck? When was the last time they got a raise? Can they buy their kids the shoes they want instead of the shoes they need? Just ask them those kind of questions and get to the heart of what they're feeling. That's what we have to do as Democrats. And you know, what Donald Trump delivered tonight was, I think he made an attempt to say he wanted to reach across the aisle and called for unity, but then his tone didn't really imply that he really wanted to work together. Chris, I know that when I go home, the #1 thing I hear today from people is, can't you just work together and get something done? I think there's this huge level of fatigue, not just for Donald Trump, his tweets and what he's saying, but this desire for Democrats and Republicans to work together and get something done. And there's a huge amount of disappointment in, frankly, all of Congress, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. And we've got to do better for people back home. We have to do better for the American public.
It starts with that kind of honesty. Thank you, U.S. Congresswoman Sherry Bustos of